VC here. Hi, guys and gals. Well, it's Sunday morning. I'm out for a coffee. Yeah, I just came out because I wanted to be outside. But it's not that warm, actually. It's even. Let's see what this is. Let's look at my watch. It's 1 degree Celsius, so that would be, just a tad over freezing. And if we listen, you have the birds that are in the way. But I was going to say, if you listen, you can hear it's not raining, but there's just like a little bit of frost coming down. Let me see if I can show it to you. If you look here on the deck, not sorry, on the roof there, just there of the canopy, you can see it was coming down just so lightly earlier. Put that back in place. There we are. Yeah. So I hope you're well. Let me see. Now it's dark. Let's see if I can get that thing. That's my big finger. Yeah. Yeah, I guess it's okay. Yeah, I was seeing some, well, I guess all of you saw it this week, that certain books have been canceled. I was told that they weren't banned because banning would mean that we told them not to. But the Dr. Seuss series, it was canceled by the publisher, and it's amusing in a way. I say amusing, but it isn't, because I find there's just so much right now. And never mind about those books. I didn't even have that many. I don't even know if I actually had any. I was going to get a few, and of course we all know we all know some of them and some things from them. But it's a question of selective censorship, I guess. It kind of gets to me. There's always trying. People have always tried to stop others from saying what they think. Do you remember a few years ago? Could it be 5-6 years ago? Maybe not quite that long ago. It was in France that there was a terrorist attack, and it was against a really, I was going to say, horrible comic book company called, well, I'm going to get in trouble, I suppose. It was called Charlie Hebdo, I think it was. I say horrible because I never watched it. I found it was crap, actually. But it was, some people read it, and they had mocked Muhammad, and they had mocked the Pope, and they had mocked God, and so on. But the fact is that they had mocked one group, and they really got. Well, actually, how many people got killed when there was a massacre there? But nobody said, it was, you got to stop because it creates terrorism and so on. Well, maybe some did. But I'm bringing that up because, here you have all of a sudden this politically correct culture. At one time it says, you can't say that. You can't do that. And then you just turn around and you look on a bookshelf and you'll see smut of every other possible type. Video games are extremely violent and show people in less than humane ways, and yet they're not canceled. You got people that are going against firearms. I don't have a firearm. I don't mind those that do, actually. I mean, a lot of people here in Switzerland do. I mean, I'm not even talking about the army guns. A lot of people, go to shooting ranges, and it's their sport. Some people throw darts. You can actually pull out eyes with darts. I'm getting to that just to say that sometimes if you don't want to look at something, you don't have to. And I know that you'll say, well, okay. Let's be preventive. Well, if you start in that direction, not only will you stop cigarettes, as most people have already done, but you will stop wine, beer, alcohol, cars kill as well. What else should you stop? I'm just saying, it's just you can fall into a ridiculous pattern if you're not careful, and that's it. I mean, like take this whole cigarette thing over here, and in most other places, now it's like okay, cannabinoids are great. They heal. I mean, and they're good for a lot of diseases. So now you can start smoking, but it doesn't matter because it's pot. And again, I'm not saying don't smoke pot. I don't. But what I am saying is that, all of a sudden that's good, but the cigarettes weren't. And actually, as far as your lungs are concerned, they're both as bad, if not worse. So you know what I mean. I think you're getting what I mean. Is that I'm not saying that you should not have a healthy attitude. It's just when you start to be selective that it doesn't go with your ways of seeing things. Like, I mean, I have my own morality, you know that by now. But am I going to say, don't read this? Actually, you should very often read other things because it helps you to make up your mind. We're not all going to become, addicted to something because we look at something once. We might. I guess that's the whole thing about free will, isn't it? And then you had this, I won't get into that, but that would be a whole other topic. But where do we stop? I don't know. I don't have the answers to these questions. I'm just talking, It's one of the advantages of these vlogs, and I'm talking to myself, is nobody's talking back. Yeah. And by nobody talking back, well, actually, you can write comments. You know that. But I don't know. You kind of wonder. I can get, like when you force things like for public health at one point or another, and even that could be discussed, I guess, but that's the whole thing. I did say the word, discussed. I didn't say disgusted, but I said discuss. And maybe that's what's missing right now. It's not too much discussion and too much discuss on both sides of different divides. Yeah. Oh well. It's going to be my Sunday morning vlog, I guess. Yeah. Sometimes, sometimes you need a good rant, I suppose. Yeah. I'll stop off with something good, I think. I had the grandkids over yesterday. We'll see how many people get this far in the vlog. I had the grandkids over yesterday, and the first grandkid, so Michael, he doesn't talk very much. He says words, he doesn't say many sentences. It's a little bit worrying, but I say a positive thing is that he can't get out. His mom took him out of the car, and he saw me, he said, "Grandpa," and just ran right into my arms. And that really warms you up, doesn't it? And when they were leaving, I put him into the car and tied him into his seat. And he speaks mostly French, but he understands some of the words I say in English, I can tell. But then he looked at me and he said, "À la semaine prochaine," which means actually until next week. So you see, even though he's not talking all that much, but he's got this perception of time, his perception of grandpa, his perception of love. They do say nanny as well, which is my Mrs. DC. I'm just throwing that in. But what I was going to bring is that that's the question I wanted to finish off with. Joy, actually, is it? Do they do bad things? Yeah, they do. Do they do good things? Yes, they do. But they just make us happy, and I think that's one of the things is that if something makes you happy, why not do it as long as you don't hurt somebody else? I guess that's probably one of the main things. Just don't hurt other people. Yeah. Anyway, tell me what you think about it. It's not my, I was going to say, I'm not making a vlog to give any answers, questions, even to tell you what to do. Just chatting. Okay, I'll be DC signing off. Let's see if I pulled out the right one. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye. No, that was the wrong one. I have two of these. Okay.